So we're trying to celebrate the season with a little.
410. I'm going to introduce what we're doing all week long. Or at least through Thursday we'll be doing this. Maybe not.
Okay.
I am on 410.
Perfect. Let's talk about something. Introduce it. We're going to kind of flip back. Where's the story at? Oh, we have to do handwriting today too. Is everybody on page 410?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. I'm just going to introduce what we're talking about, and then we'll take a look at an example of one. So, y'all can see mine? Yes, no, Lisa? Okay. So, this week, today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and at least Thursday, probably for some of y'all, y'all are going to have to submit a picture of it when you're done. This is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to create a poster. Y'all are just going to create it in your journal, or if you have paper, you can use paper or anything. Create a poster about an endangered animal. Research important information about the animal, such as what it eats, where it lives, what adaptations it has made to survive, and why it is now endangered. You are going to have to create a poster about an endangered animal. You need to tell me what it is, where it lives, maybe what species is it, why is it endangered, what's the reason behind it being endangered? Like, for example, I think we have talked about before elephants being endangered. One reason they're endangered is because people like to kill the elephants primarily for their tusk or whatever else, and that's about it. Mariah, you have a question?
Yes, right whenever you said that we were going to do that, I already got one right on my mind that I was reading about last night.
What is it?
It's a koala.
So she's got a koala.
Danger.
So she
Fire.
koala. In a few minutes or in a little bit, I'll let y'all do some research yourself and kind of come up with some ideas of maybe what you would want to write, or I may also look up some too to help you out. Yes.
But it's sad the way that they're going endangered.
Well, why are they endangered? Why are they being?
Well, it's because they're burning in the fires.
Oh, okay. So the fires. So that could be something, a detail you would put in your poster about koalas, why they're being endangered, because they're being killed by wildfires. Not even by actual, I guess, humans, but they're being killed by wildfires.
Well, there's a reason why, because like all this like the gas or smoke stuff that goes up to the air, I guess, like the fineries, I think, or whatever they're called. There was like this thing that was around the earth that made the sun not go as much as heated, I guess. And now that the thing is gone, it's like really hot in some areas.
Well, we read about the echidna and how it survives the wildfires, where it goes into torpor or it goes into like hibernation to help save it and save its energy so it lasts through the fires. Adapting to urban habitats. Where's adapting to urban habitats? Hold on, let me find adapting to urban habitats. Incorporate media. So if you can, I wish I knew how to do. I wish I knew how to do like PowerPoints or stuff. I would have y'all do like PowerPoints. So that would be
Miss Hernandez, I have a question.
Go ahead.
It doesn't have to be like a real poster board, right?
No, it's for what I'm thinking maybe we'll do one together as an example. Or I'll help y'all create one together. Just like in your journal, your reading or your writing journal, you can create, I'm gonna show you an example one here in a second. You can just create a poster on a piece of paper like this and just go and it can be your poster. It doesn't have to be a real poster.
Can I do it all myself?
What? You're gonna do one by yourself, yes. And I'm gonna show you an example now of one.
Okay.
If you go to page 417, it's like an example of, I don't even know what this is. Example 417. 417. This one's not about animals, but it's got like a poster of endangered species. So before I let you look at that poster, it says one type of informational text is an informational poster. So that's what y'all are going to be writing. Y'all are going to tell me what animals endangered that you're writing about. Maybe I would say at least list like 3 to 4 facts. So where does it live? Why is it endangered? What adaptations maybe it has to try to get to prevent from being killed off. I'm trying to think of what else you could put in there. I don't know. Anything else you may think might be helpful? With a poster, writers can display information in a way that will attract the audience's attention. When you create an informational poster, you will include a title. So you'll have your title, maybe like Mariah said, koalas, you'd have it real big up top like koalas, and maybe bold print or maybe colorful letters or something. Get creative with it. Use bright colors and big letters. So like I just said, you want your title to be big and bright so everybody knows what you're talking about. Use images such as photographs, drawings, diagrams, and graphs. You may put a map of where your animal lives or where it's at. Maybe you'll put a chart of how many is left in the world or something. Or if there's different species, maybe you list different types of species. Use drawings. You can draw. I know some of y'all like draw. You can draw what your animal looks like somewhere's on there. Express information using sentences and short paragraphs. So you're going to use a few sentences to tell me why it's endangered, why, what adaptations it's made to help get through. Here's a poster of something. Yours is going to look different because we're not talking about volcanoes. But what do you see on this poster that catches your eyes or like caught your eye in big?
The title, maybe?
The title, all about volcanoes.
My eye was boom.
Boom, and an onomatopoeia on there. Boom. You also see, what else does it have on here? It has a few what? What are these things called right here?
Pictures.
Pictures, photographs, yeah. And then it's got like a little heading or caption under it telling you what's going on here. Hey, look, our vocabulary word. A volcano might look like this when it erupts. So maybe you might, like Mariah may show or draw a picture of a koala standing near a fire, or maybe something, or maybe draw a fire so that the reader can understand why they're endangered. What else? I don't know. I'll have to do. Yeah, they're endangered, according to one of my students. Which we're about to look it up, Mariah. So I'm interested. You got your title. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's read this. Who wants to read this first paragraph right here? Ooh. Emma, you want to read it? Go ahead and read it. I'm gonna Google.
The top paragraph?
Yes.
Okay. A volcano is a landform with an opening. Underneath is a pool of melted rock. The pressure under the ground gets very high. Gases and rocks shoot up. That's called an eruption.
So it says up here, highlight the topic. The topic is what? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Oh, wakey, eggs and bakey. We're almost out for Christmas break. What are we going to highlight here? What's the topic? What are we talking about? One of y'all knows. Come on. Nobody knows what we're talking about in this story? What's the title of the story?
We're talking about the
Volcanoes.
Volcanoes! Bingo! Why are y'all still asleep? Are y'all still asleep? Cheese, beans and cheese. We're not taking notes on this Monday. Or you can circle it if you need to, if you don't have a highlighter. The next part says,
Yay, no.
I know. Oh man. The next one says underline 2 facts. What are 2 facts from the volcano that we can prove if we go research? What are 2 facts? It's pointing to them. Or pointing to one at least. What are 2 facts?
The pressure under the ground gets very high.
You're waking up. Are y'all still asleep? What else is another fact? I think this is one. A volcano is a landform with an opening. What else do we have? Highlight a caption. Who can tell me where a caption is?
A caption is like describing a paragraph or like telling you where it is on like
It's describing a what? What's this over here?
a photograph
Photograph. So where's the caption at?
underneath it.
Underneath it, yeah.
That's called an eruption.
Volcano might look like this when it erupts. So highlight. I guess I'll highlight that.
A context clue.
Context clues, yes, they are. Man, finally y'all waking up.
A little bit. And I don't know.
I don't blame y'all. I have a case of the Mondays. I really did think about taking today off, actually, which would have probably been glorious for y'all. Y'all would have, who knows what y'all would have done. I'll read this part. Smoke comes out of the volcanoes when they erupt. Ooh, it can be very hard to breathe. What does the next purple say? Underline the most engaging part of this poster. Lava is melted rock. It flows downhill like water. It can burn you badly. It'd probably kill you, don't you think? If lava, you like were to get overtaken by lava, don't you think it'd probably kill you? Yes.
Yeah.
Lava could
It's
kill
like
you.
lava's
if it's really
really,
hot.
really extremely hot. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like your stove can't even like get to the point where it's lava. Like
How the temperature?
yeah.
Yeah. Underline the most engaging part of this poster. What's the most, I guess, engaging part or the most eye-catching part of this poster? Some of y'all, it may be the picture.
I think to me it's the boom, but I think
It
it
can
might be
burn you badly.
So it can burn badly, maybe. That tells you that lava is what? Cold or hot?
Hot.
Hot. You go down to the bottom. Ooh.
Or cold, you can get burned. You can get burned by being.
Well, I guess you get like frostbite is similar to the, I guess. So here's a map. They've got a map of where I guess some volcanoes are, active volcanoes. So some countries on the Pacific Ocean have a lot of volcanoes. Scientists try to predict when volcanoes are close to erupting. Then they can tell people if they should leave their houses to stay safe. So by Peter in Virginia and Miss Mitchell's 4th grade class.
What does it mean by? It says only on islands. Have a lot of volcanoes on islands, but doesn't the ocean have like? Doesn't the ocean have like the Pacific Ocean? Didn't it already have volcanoes even without the islands? Since there's the underwater volcanoes that count.
Yes. So some countries
My mom used to live in Hawaii.
tell people. But Hawaii, I know, has a lot of volcanoes. There's not a lot in the United States. There's like I know Hawaii has some.
Are there even volcanoes in the United States?
I don't know. I'm about to look that up because I'm curious. I'm curious.
Not many hills or mountains at all.
We'll practice doing research here right now.
I don't like researching, but my mom does researching for a living.
Let's see. So let's see.
So I have to have it.
I'll put active volcanoes in the United States. Oops. Volcanoes.
I'm like, what? There's no L.
Oh, so the 18 volcanoes included in the very high threat category are in Hawaii, Mount St. Helens, Mount Rainier, Redoubt Volcano, Mount Shasta, Mount Hood, Three Sisters, and Akutan Island. So these are all like in the west or in Hawaii. So they're like, let me see if there's a map. The United States. I don't need that. What is this? Picture. The most dangerous
Can we start doing our research?
in a little bit. Hold on. I'm in a little bit.
I thought there'd be more in the U.S. They're mostly on the edge of like the coast of the U.S.
I guess because they're near water, maybe. That's a good point. Active. Maybe we can find a video on it. Active.
But Corpus is near the water too.
In the US. That is true, but
I did a little smiley face on there.
That was like just a year ago. 5 volcanoes that can erupt soon. Dude, when it means by soon, I don't know if it means really soon because I know they take a long time.
But there are famous volcanoes in the United States.
no. Oh, here's
We don't have any volcanoes at all in Texas at all, right?
No, not that I know of.
I wonder. You should look up what's the most harmful tornado.
So much to learn. Kids.
Volcanoes.
Hey everyone, it's Amanda. And Keith. We're here at Nat Geo Kids, and this week we've got a bunch of cool videos to share with you all about volcanoes.
So I bet you're wondering, what exactly is a volcano?
I can answer that one. So volcanoes are basically vents in the Earth's crust that release lava, rock fragments, and gases to the surface. Most volcanoes form when huge chunks of the Earth's crust, also known as tectonic plates, collide, move apart, or slide next to each other.
When tectonic plates make contact, magma is squeezed out to the Earth's surface in the form of lava, creating mountainous volcanic regions.
And as we all know, volcanic eruptions can be extremely explosive. Some eruptions are so powerful, they can shoot superheated particles over 20 miles high and even throw giant boulders high in the air.
On the other hand, some volcanoes are not that explosive at all. Instead of exploding, lava is slowly released to the surface of the Earth. These are called effusive eruptions and are far less dangerous than more explosive volcanoes. Let's take a look at our first video, which further answers the question, what is a volcano?
What? They didn't even tell us.
What? There's in the right. Didn't even tell us.
I know.
You said they just talked about. They didn't even talk that much about it.
Portals into the heart of the earth. They burn. Bottomless cauldrons fueled by an ancient wrath, bubbling and boiling thousands of miles beneath the surface, and just waiting to burst through. Volcanoes are scattered across the planet. About 1,500 active volcanoes can be found across the world, though.
So as you can tell, like Anello said, they're mostly by water. Like, look how they're by water for the most part.
I know, but isn't there some underwater?
Yeah, probably right. Like right here.
I know, but there's some that are in water that might be islands there.
There's not islands over here, that's for sure. But yeah. But let's see.
Countless others are on the ocean floor.
There you go.
Most volcanoes, whether on land or underwater, are located where tectonic plates meet. In fact, the Ring of Fire, a path that traces the boundaries between several tectonic plates around the Pacific Ocean, contains about 75% of the planet's volcanoes. There are several types of volcanoes, primarily classified by shape and size. Major types include stratovolcanoes, which often appear as tall, steep mountains, shield volcanoes, which are flatter and dome-shaped, Calderas, which are large depressions in the ground.
So those calderas, they kind of look like a cauldron or like a bowl, right? I wonder if
That
that's
sounds like a Spanish word.
And mid-ocean ridges, which are underwater chains of volcanic mountains.
There you go.
No matter their shape or size, all volcanoes emit gas and molten rock. The journey of these emissions begins deep underground in the Earth's core. The core, which can burn as hot as the surface of the sun, transfers its heat to the surrounding rocky mantle. In doing so, the heat melts some of the rock. This molten rock, or magma, is lighter than the surrounding solid rock layer, so it rises through the mantle. The magma then escapes through vents in the Earth's crust, causing volcanic eruptions. Now above ground, this magma is referred to as lava, and it can reach temperatures of over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Man, why did they say burn badly? It doesn't make any sense. I know it's like really badly, but it's more worse than badly. It can kill you.
Yeah, I would probably say it's deadly if you're within it.
It's deadly, not badly.
I think when I've seen like videos of like a volcano erupting, even if you're within like a certain like proximity of lava, it can burn you because it's super hot, like the steam and the heat coming off of it. That would probably burn you badly.
No, but like, so the lava from the Earth's core, it comes in, because I was first thinking, where's the lava? And like, where is the lava even coming from? I kind of knew it's coming from the core, but I didn't know how it transferred up to the ground, because I know the core is like really deep in.
Let's see.
This may erupt with searing hot gas formed in the mantle. In a phenomenon called pyroclastic flow, this gas, combined with hot ash, can race down the sides of a volcano as fast as 100 miles per hour, burning everything in its path. To measure and classify eruptions, scientists developed the Volcanic Explosivity Index, or VEI. It considers various factors, such as the volume of lava, gas, and other emissions from the volcano, along with the height of the eruption cloud above the volcano's summit. The VEI scale begins at 0. Each successive measurement increases logarithmically, meaning that each magnitude is 10 times more powerful than the one before it. The VEI scale does not have an upper limit, but the most catastrophic eruptions measured thus far are categorized as VEI 8. These eruptions occurred thousands and millions of years ago. The most destructive volcanic eruption ever witnessed occurred in Indonesia in 1815. Mount Tambora, a large stratovolcano, erupted with a VEI measurement of 7. The blast caused earthquakes, tsunamis, and pyroclastic flows that decimated the land and took tens of thousands of Indonesian lives. The eruption even destroyed the top of Mount Tambora itself,
Look at that, like created a big crater.
turning the 13,000-foot tall mountain into a 3,640-foot deep caldera. While volcanoes are some of the most destructive forces of nature, they have also helped make life on Earth possible. Volcanic ash provides nutrients to nearby soil, making the land fertile.
Really?
And lava, when it cools, hardens into rock and creates new landforms. With heat from the heart of the Earth, volcanoes have helped terraform the planet, making it the rich, dynamic landscape we see today.
Well, if it's taking up the land, if the land's taking up the water, isn't that kind of bad because it's making less water?
I guess.
Or is it just one little layer? Or is it a whole layer? Or is it just a little tiny little rain?
Just a little bit, because if it were taking away everything, I guess we would be in deep trouble. What's he gonna say? Oh, one more thing. So I was just gonna do quick. Endangered most. Does that even make endangered species in the world? Just a quick research. Give me some ideas.
Volcanoes.
Now we're not doing volcanoes. So remember, you're looking up an endangered species. So let's just see a few of the most endangered in the world. Here's one so far to give you ideas. You can also pick one of your own.
Welcome to Sunnyside Vlogs. Today, we are going to meet the top 10 most endangered animals in the world 2020.
So if you can't think of anything right now, pay attention because this is 10 of them.
Before we
This
can
is even 2020.
and don't forget to subscribe for more top videos like this. Number 10. Atlantic bluefin tuna. Bluefin tuna numbers have declined at a staggering rate over the last 40 years.
Why do you think they have declined over the
Humans are eating them, and I hate tuna, so I'll never eat a tuna thing.
I think people are probably eating them a lot more, it seems like, and sushi's a big thing too. So people are eating a lot of tuna, I think, and they're not able to produce as many as fast as they used to be.
I love.
Just I've tried tuna, but I just don't like it. So I don't. If this ever happens, if it's declining, I'm just trying to help save it because I don't even want to eat it.
Let's see what else.
Records show a 72% decrease in the eastern Atlantic.
What about because tuna I think are normally with like cold water or like way out. Way out in the cold. Do you think maybe the climate has something to do that with it too? Maybe the heat?
Yep, definitely.
2% decrease in the west. Overfishing is the main cause for the destruction of this species due to their commercial value as food. They have been heavily targeted for the Japanese fish market, where they are highly sought after for sushi and sashimi.
And if you didn't know, tuna is like super. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that show on I think is it on Discovery maybe? It's called Wicked Tuna, where they go like hunting for tuna or fishing for tuna. Some of those tuna can net, depending on what type of grade it is and everything. Some of those tunas can be worth like $20,000, like on a market. Yeah, they were worth a lot of money, depending on the type of sushi and how good it is. They can be worth a lot of money.
Number 9. Irrawaddy dolphins. The Irrawaddy dolphin is classed as endangered by the ICUN, and it's little wonder. Reports as of 2020 suggest there might be less than 100 left, making them an incredible sighting in the wild. If you were hoping to spot this playful-looking mammal in its natural home, you'd be heading off to the south of Asia. They've been spotted in the Irrawaddy River in Myanmar, Burma, the Mahakam River in Indonesian Borneo, and in the Mekong. Number 8. Snow leopards.
Why are you dying?
The wild
No.
estimated to be between 4.
Oh, she's trying to get on the bed.
Snow leopards. I like the snow leopards.
80 to 6,590. They're found in 12 countries in Central Asia: China, Bhutan, Nepal, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, and Mongolia. The species is threatened by herders who kill snow leopards to prevent them from preying on their livestock. Poachers and a significant decrease in the leopard's wild prey are also an issue. Number 7. Leatherback sea turtles. In between 26,000 and 43,000 female sea turtles nest annually, a dramatic decline from the estimated 115,000 in 1980. Young turtles are incredibly vulnerable and sadly, very few make it to adulthood. Birds and small mammals often dig up turtle nests in order to eat the eggs. Once they've hatched, birds and crustaceans pick them off before they can make it to the sea, and fish, squid, and octopuses often prey on them if they do manage to make it into the water. Number 6. Orangutans. Once widespread, the orangutan has been considered critically endangered since 2000 and is one of the world's most endangered primates. A century ago, more than 230,000 orangutans lived in our world, but their numbers have now dropped by around half. Over 104,000 Bornean orangutans still live in the wild and can be found in both Malaysian and Indonesian Borneo. There are just 14,000 Sumatran orangutans left, naturally living on the Indonesian island of Sumatra. Number 5. Asian elephants. Asian elephants have been considered an endangered species since 1986, as their population has decreased by at least 50% over the last 75 years or so. There are fewer than 50,000 remaining in the wild. Fragmentation, deforestation, and an increasing human population are destroying the elephants' habitat and decreasing the space available for them to live in. Number 4. Tigers. At the beginning of the 20th century, there were 100,000 tigers in the world. Today, this number is estimated to have dwindled to around 3,900 in the wild. Tigers need large areas of habitat, but living in some of the most densely populated places on Earth has placed them in locations that have caused significant conflict with humans. Habitat destruction and fragmentation has had the most significant effects on the tigers' habitats, and poaching is one of their biggest threats. Number 3. Mountain gorillas. Today, around 1,063 mountain gorillas are thought to exist in the wild, and the future is looking brighter for these rare primates. Since 1981, the gorilla population has almost doubled. 30 years ago, experts feared they were soon to be extinct. Thanks to intensive conservation efforts, mountain gorillas were moved from critically endangered to endangered on the IUCN Red List in 2018. However, illegal poaching, pollution, habitat deforestation, fragmentation, and diseases caught from humans are still threatening their populations. They are often poached for their meat, and younger gorillas can be caught in snares meant for other animals. War and civil unrest have also impacted negatively on the gorillas. Number 2. Vaquita. The vaquita is considered the rarest endangered marine mammal in the world. Sadly, the future looks bleak for this small porpoise, with just 10 left in the wild.
So only 10 of those are left. That one's super endangered.
That's really crazy.
It is crazy. I wonder.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. There's only 10 left.
Oh no, it's supposed to become extinct. Oh no.
Are these animals? Are they like dolphins?
I guess they're like they're in the same family as dolphins. Well, a porpoise is a little bit different than a dolphin, but they're similar.
Found solely in the northern part of the Gulf of California, Mexico, they are fairly easy to spot due to the shallow water that they inhabit, lagoons generally no deeper than 30 meters. They'll quickly scarper if a boat sails by, though. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe for more top videos like these. Number 1. Javan rhinoceros. Once the most widespread of Asian rhinos, Javan rhinos are now listed as critically endangered. With only one known population in the wild, it is one of the world's rarest large mammals. There are between 58 and 68 in the wild, with none living in captivity. The rhinos are often poached for their horns, although loss of habitat, especially resulting from the Vietnam War, has also contributed to their decline. What is your feelings when you watch this video about endangered animals? Please let us know by putting
I
it.
can't believe there's only 10 of those dolphin things.
I know the other dolphin too had only a certain amount left too.
They're going to become
Recording.
I think they already did page 11.
Okay, page 12. Stop at page 12. So the magic G or C, you come down, you start here.
I already did that page 2.
Did y'all do it the other day? Okay, do 12. Stop at 12 though, because then you're going to be way too far ahead. Woo-hoo. Holy guacamole.
I didn't do it either. I didn't do it though.
Go ahead, then do page 11. I didn't do it either. I think they got ahead the other day when we were doing cursive last week. The G's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, these are easy. I already know how to write it. Cause I just do that because they're really
They're
easy.
the same as they are in. So G.
Wait, are we supposed to connect them for the first one?
Here?
Or just copy them?
Here?
Yeah.
Right. Which part?
The first part. Are we supposed to copy them, or we just connect them?
I just made a bunch of G's. Yeah, just make a bunch of G's is all I did. That was hard. You can fit 2. Time already? That was fast. Yeah, I can't believe it's already 10 o'clock. What did we do all morning? We didn't do anything all morning. Nelson's on here. Y'all finished page 11 already, huh? And 12. I want to see it when you're done.
Apparently, because I don't know why. I don't think. I think some people did 11.
They might have done it earlier or the other day when we were doing it last week.
And they probably did the wrong page, maybe, or they just tried to win ahead or something.
They probably went ahead because they had already done. Ooh, the uppercase G is hard. So you go here, you make a loop, you come down, you go here, make a loop, come back. Big J. You'll go up, make a big J. I'm gonna practice this word. G. Grant. Galileo. Oops, I did the E wrong. I did my E wrong. Whew. I want to see page 11. Did I finish page 11?
Okay, I finished both pages.
Let me see them. Let me see them. Hold them up. I want to see them. Oh, I'm tired. I'm going home today and going straight to sleep. Nice. Let me see the other side.
I accidentally did 12 and 13.
Oh, of course you did. Good. Phenomenal.
Right whenever you said don't go above 12, I was already starting 13.
Let me see it, Emma. H.
Right here.
H. I didn't do H. Nice.
Miss Hernandez, I
All the magic C's gone for the next one.
I didn't do the backside yet.
This one? Okay, I'll give you a few minutes to work on the backside. H. The magic C's gone. We get what? Travel up like an airplane along. My head hurts.
For some reason, the name Galileo on page 11 sounds like Galileo.
Oh, my head. My head really is hurting. Oh, I never get headaches. I never get headaches. I have a headache today. Page 12 when you're done. I'm working on page 12. You are so quiet. Last week was chaotic last week. The H is pretty easy too. Do y'all agree? H is pretty easy.
Yeah, pretty easy. Some people say it's kind of hard when they don't read like the thing how to do it.
The H is easy. H. Let me see, Daniel, did you finish?
Yep. And the next time you do this book, the uppercase T will kind of look like a J.
Well, I'm gonna send y'all that are done the class kit code. So we can do some daily fix it.
I'm done. And I did page 13 and 14.
Okay, you've gone too far, ma'am. Anello, did you finish? Okay, I'm gonna put the class kit code
Still doing H.
in there for y'all that are done. We're gonna be in class kick AC doing
I see that.
Doing 2 daily fix-it, so 1 and 2.
I don't want to put away my curses, but I have to.
Like Emma, I know's done. Daniel, Natalie B. Do 2013.
I think the H's are pretty hard for me because I'm not really patient. Because I don't really like to go. It kind of makes I just kind of get bored. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't really like it.
I have like 2 minutes to finish, and we're starting our class kick. I want cameras on. Come on. Get started on your daily fix-it. Should do a whole page, but I'm not going to.
Man, I find this so useless. I think the uppercase H. I don't think it really. I don't think the bottom line is really necessary.
All right, let's move on to our daily fix-it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Where's my daily fix-it? Daily fix-it. Daily fix-it. Daily fix-it.
After that.
What's after that?
After daily fix-its.
We are gonna do a revising passage or editing passage. Catch up day. Out of your orange folder. That's what we're gonna be using. Let's see, share screen. We're gonna be using. Can everybody see? See who's got it. Come on, I need to see more of y'all. I put the code in the chat. I need to see more of y'all on here. I see Emma. Let me see who else is on here. Why is there so many people on here? Come on. Go to Class Kick with your daily fix it. I don't see you on here. Angelina, I see. Good job. Guessing she probably finished. I wonder if I can like filter. Filter out people that are not on here. Come on, I need to see you on here. I don't see y'all. I see 2 people on here that are doing it. Natalie B, Natalie V. Who else? Anello, are y'all logging in? Daniel, come on. Oh, I already know some wrong. Oops, I forgot to put my books out there that they could pick up. Give you, I think 5 minutes should be sufficient enough. Where's my clock? When the timer goes off. Five minutes. We're only doing 1 and 2. Yes.
I'm playing in the CCISD, but what's my password again?
For what?
Like CCISD when I have to log into Canvas.
138. One three eight 350 181.
I see a lot of mistakes. Is there supposed to be 3 mistakes? Because last time I think there's just 2.
Just 2.
Huh?
2.
There's only 2 here?
I know of. Oh. I know of. You're all crinkly. What the? Got what? 2 minutes? Yes. 3 minutes.
I'm putting 138350, winning line and saying it's incorrect user. I mean incorrect password.
For Canvas? For Canvas.
No, for CCISD.
But for Canvas. How are you trying?
CCISD, I put 13, to log into Canvas. I put 138350181. Or is this just my username that I typed wrong?
It could be your username.
Yeah, after CCISD, I put .us, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, then that's the reason. Never mind.
Did you get it? Vida, did you get it or not?
Yeah. So at the end of my name, put .us.
And the username, yes, ccisd.us. We have 30 seconds and we're going over these. All right, let's see what we can get for number 1. Natalie V. V as in Victor or victory. Where is Natalie? Natalie's gone. Oh no, she's here. Natalie V. Come on. What is wrong with number 1? A move to the big city like San Francisco might frighten some people.
Francisco needs to be capitalized.
Bingo! Good job. San Francisco needs to be capitalized. Good job.
I thought there's 3 of them because in the beginning of the sentence it says a move to a big city like San Francisco might frighten some people.
Oh,
A move doesn't make sense. I thought it would be 2.
And frighten is spelled wrong.
Right.
So isn't there 3?
There's only 2. A move to San Francisco, a big city like San Francisco might scare some people. There's only right. And can you spell frightened? I can't even spell frightened. My brain is just right. That's how you spell frightened. I can't even spell frightened.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but that doesn't sound right. A move to a big city like San Francisco might frighten some people.
You're moving to San Francisco.
I know, but it says a move.
That sounds correct to me.
Yeah, it is correct.
Or you could say a move, like your
But
move.
I don't think that would make a move. I don't think a move makes sense.
A move. Like you're going.
Move.
A sudden move. It is correct. Trust me, it's correct, guys. What's wrong with number 2? It says, do you think we will stay at a hotel?
First,
But first, I think you take away the comma,
question mark.
Take away the comma.
and then you'd add a question mark behind it.
Yeah, good job. We'll do 2 more tomorrow. 2 more tomorrow.
I really like class pick. It's hard. It's hard to like actually do this stuff. And it's harder than Nearpod. Nearpod's easier for me.
I should have put this story on there. All right, I need y'all to go into your orange folder and find this. I need you to go into your orange folder and find this. That means your cameras are back on because this isn't on Class Kit. I didn't put it on Class Kit. Find this in your folder. A Subway cat.
I'm just starting off bringing this because this is getting annoying. I don't like this stuff. It's not even a folder. It doesn't even do anything.
It has all your stuff in it though. As long as you keep all this stuff in there, you'll be okay. Right here. Find this one right here. We're not gonna. Maybe we'll do this one first. Subway cat. We may do the editing part. Let me know, thumbs up when you found it so we can start reading it. I probably won't finish.
What is it called?
Subway cat. Look for a subway cat. There's the first story. It's in that orange folder. I don't think we're gonna finish it.
I'm gonna ask my mom to buy a new folder for this. I can actually hold it. So I'm just gonna throw this one away.
That'd probably be helpful. Yeah. Subway Cat. Thumbs up when you found it. 2013 star release. Did everybody find this? I want cameras on because you are not using ClassKick. You got it, Daniel, or you're still looking? It's a Subway or Subway Cats.
I'm still looking.
Okay. We'll be using this today, probably this week. We'll be using this packet. So keep it nearby.
Was it the first one? It's the first. It's the first reading one for 2013.
It's 2013. Look for 2013 star writing, not reading. It's a writing one. Emma, you found it? They should all be in there. And maybe towards the back, I don't know. I'm not sure. One, two, 3, 4, 5.
Is it in Canvas or no?
No, it's in that red, it's in, or that orange folder where you got all that new stuff for the 6 weeks.
Okay.
It's in one of those. It's in that orange folder. That's it. Or no, that one's not it, Daniel.
I found it.
Okay. If you want to, you can start reading or look at the questions at least. We'll do Subway Cat first.
Do we have art or music today?
Art. If I wrote it down right. Art. Yes, art today. We're only gonna get through.
It is by ourselves, right?
At least look at the question. So look at 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. The questions, and underline the questions. And go back and read it
And I
together.
was just being quiet for a second.
No, they're still looking for it.
Okay. 2014 or 2013?
2013.
Okay.
2013. It should say Subway Cat on the top, the front page. Rising. This is the part we struggled with. Find it, Natalie?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Everybody else did? Daniel, did you find it? The rest of you, I need cameras on or I'm kicking you out for the day. Come on. I need to see that you are participating. This is not on ClassKick, so I need your cameras on. Let's go.
It's just so hard to find.
They're all in that thing. You just need to find Subway Cat. That's the first story. You find what's on the screen, you'll be perfectly fine. Turn your cameras on.
Yeah, just take each, I think like just take each test and then find it.
It says 2013. It's probably one of the first ones, I would think.
Or just look at each test. If it says like Subway Cat 2013.
It's like the first story. You don't have to flip through like anywhere. It's like one of the first. It's gonna be the first story. The title, Subway Cat. Daniel, look for the story that has Subway Cat as the first story. You don't have to flip back and forth.
I might not have it.
How do you not have it? Y'all, everybody else has it. They should have all been together. All of these stories were together.
Well, I guess I don't have it.
That was really interesting, that story. I don't know if we were supposed to read it, but I read it. It was weird.
You read it? All right, let's look at the questions and see what we're gonna look for. So Tyler would like to add the following detail to the second paragraph. So he wants to add right here to the second paragraph. It's cold outside, but the subway is warm. Where should Tyler add this? Number 2, what is the best way to revise sentence 19? The best way. Number 3, which transition word or phrase could be best be added to the beginning of sentence 23? Number 4, what is the best way to contribute or combine sentences 34 and 35? Tyler wants to add a closing sentence to his paper. Which sentence could best follow sentence 40 and help bring the paper to a close? These are where these type of questions are where a majority of y'all missed on your writing test. Majority of y'all missed all 4 of them or missed more than 2 on your test that we took our middle of the year. This is the harder of the 2, the edits or the revising. It's going to be the harder of the 2. And majority of y'all didn't do well on this. There wasn't very many of y'all that got more than 2 right. By looking at it right now. Majority of y'all missed 2, 3 of them. All right, a Subway Cat. Who wants to read first? Who's reading first? Anello, start us off reading. If you've already read it. First paragraph.
I noticed him one day last winter. He was lying on a well-worn seat at the back of a subway car, curled into a ball of patchy fur. He had appeared asleep. However, when I saw him lick his paw, I knew he was awake. When we finally got to the 8th Street station, the big striped cat lifted his head. His golden eyes darted back and forth. Then he lay fast asleep, being low to the ground and crept to the door before jumping onto the station platform, turned around, flicked his tail, and stared straight at me.
So what is riding on the subway? Who's riding on the subway?
Tyler. Well, if it's his point of view, it's Tyler.
But who else is on there with him though?
Cat.
The cat.
Oh, the cat.
Every Wednesday, my mother and I rode that same subway train. We always got off at the 8th Street and walked to my piano's teacher's house. On that winter's day, and every Wednesday for several months, the cat rode the same train we did. He seemed to be by himself, with no one looking after him. I don't know how that cat sneaked aboard the same train each Wednesday, and I don't know why he was there or where he was going. But looking at his plump body, I guess that his travels had something to do with gathering food. So he's a chunky cat, isn't he?
Maybe he's just furry.
Maybe he's just furry. At first, I felt sorry for the subway cat. I figured that he must be lonely without an owner. One day I reached over and tried to pet him. My mother shrieked about approaching strange animals and warned me. The cat's response wasn't much better. He hissed and jerked away, acting as if I offended him. Who wants to read next? Emma, go ahead.
For several,
Nope, you skipped the paragraph.
Subway Cat and I never got very close to each other after that. Over time, we formed sort of a friendship. I would stare at him, he would stare at me. Sometimes he was leaving the train. He would turn back, proudly flick his tail, and meow. Our simple relationship wasn't continued until one day. He just wasn't there.
Natalie V, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. Sometimes
28.
20 what?
28.
For several weeks, Subway Cat was absent. Then one day, near the subway station, I saw him. I was sure it was Subway Cat, but he looked different. His fur was groomed and fluffed, and he wore a glittering collar. An equally flashy woman was leading him on a leash. Clearly, the cat now had a human master. He didn't look happy about it. He turned his golden eyes toward me. He almost looked embarrassed. I hoped that Subway Cat would come to enjoy his new life, but I missed seeing him on the train. Then, when I had stopped looking for him, there he was. Subway Cat was alone, lying on his usual seat and licking his paws. The 8th Street, he got up and headed for the door. He looked back, flicked his tail, and stared straight at me.
So that he has an owner, or he has an owner, I guess.
Maybe he's abandoning a bunch of owners.
So, number 1, Tyler would like to add the following detail to the second paragraph. Sentences 9 to 12. So you need to read the second paragraph. It's cold outside, but the subway is warm. I will tell you though, I told you on editing, most of the time, J will not be your answer. When it comes to revising, sometimes J will be your answer. And that you don't have to add it, or maybe it's correct the way it is. Sometimes it will be your answer for revision. Just keep that in mind. I'm going to take mine apart so y'all can see both. Y'all can just stay on the questions, and I'm going to take mine apart so we can see both parts we're supposed to read. So we need to read this paragraph right here. Let's see what this paragraph is about. Every Wednesday, my mother and I rode that same subway train. We always got off at H Street and walked to my piano teacher's house. On that winter's day and every Wednesday for several months, the cat rode the same train we did. He seemed to be by himself with no one looking after him. And it wants us to add this sentence to that paragraph. Let's see if we should add it somewhere. So add it after 10. We always got off at H Street and walked to my piano teacher's house. It's cold outside, but the subway is warm. On that summer's day and every Wednesday for several months. Does that sentence make sense, putting it in after sentence 10?
No, because they already got off the subway train.
Yeah, because they already got off the subway. But yeah, no. I took it after 11. On that winter's day and every Wednesday for several months, the cat rode the same train. It's cold outside, but the subway is warm. He seemed to be by himself with no one looking after him. Should it go there, or should we still follow along with what Natalie said?
Yeah, I think we should follow along.
I think so too. You already got off the subway, or you already talked about the subway. Let's see after 12. So he seemed to be by himself with no one looking after him. It's cold outside, but the subway is warm. Does that sentence fit there? Do we need that sentence there? Would it make sense to put that sentence there?
No.
No.
Oh,
So it is J.
it would be D, yeah, or J on that. You see how you have to go back and plug these in. Revising's harder because you're gonna have to do that. And some of y'all don't want to do that. What is the best way to revise sentence 19? And this headache is just killing me. My mother shrieked about approaching strange animals and warned me. So remember, these have to be complete sentences. So let's read F. My mother shrieked about approaching strange animals that warned me. G. My mother shrieked as she warned me about approaching strange animals. H. My mother shrieked about approaching strange animals. She warned me. J. My mother shrieked and warned me about approaching strange animals. What is the best way to rewrite sentence 19? I want to see y'all pick this answer. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat privately. What is the best way to write? And remember, your sentences have to be complete. But subject and a predicate make the most sense. Ah, my head. See. Good job, Emma. Natalie V, look at it again. Daniel, look at it again. Remember, it has to be a complete sentence. If a complete sentence has a subject and a predicate, and if it doesn't have a subject and a predicate, that cannot be your answer. What do y'all think it is? Anello, Natalie B. I don't see you answering. Visa, Angelina.
Sorry, I was trying to connect the Wi-Fi. I was trying to connect the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi still doesn't work.
Let's look at these. Listen to me read these and see if they really make sense to y'all. F. My mother shrieked about approaching strange animals that warned me. G. My mother shrieked as she warned me about approaching animals. Is this right here a complete sentence? As she warned me about strange animals. Is that a complete sentence?
No.
No. So we can get rid of that one because that for sure cannot be our answer because it's looking for the best. H. My mother shrieked about approaching strange animals. She warned me.
No, it's not that one.
No, why not? Don't you think she would warn you about first before she shrieked about approaching strange animals?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's look at J. My mother shrieked and warned me about approaching strange animals. Do we think that could be it? Look at F and look at J. F. My mother shrieked about approaching strange animals that warned me.
It's basically saying that the animals warned you.
Yeah.
Can I just say something about F?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Emma.
So if the mother's shrieking about the animals warning him, how is the animal warning him before he even...
Yeah, because whenever
Before he
the
even
mother
touched
speaks about approaching strange animals that warn me, you're saying that like a strange weird animal warned you about them or someone else.
So that can't be it, right?
No, so it has to be J.
Okay, now y'all are getting this. So yes, J. So I want y'all, when we're doing this on a test again, I need y'all to be doing the same thing. Remember, these take forever to get done here. Let's see. Which transition word or phrase could best be added at the beginning of sentence 23? So right here. Oh, but we got to read what's before it too, because we need to see what transition would be best. So yet, in the same way, for example, therefore. Subway Cat and I never got very close to each other after that. I'm going to plug these in. Yet, over time, we formed a sort of friendship. Subway Cat and I never got very close to each other after that. In the same way, over time, we formed a sort of friendship. C, Subway Cat and I never got very close to each other after that. For example, over time, we formed a sort of friendship. Subway Cat and I never got very close to each other after that. Therefore, over time, we formed a sort of friendship. Which one of these do y'all think we can get rid of, at least get rid of? Which answer choice?
For example?
Yeah, because it's not giving us an example, is it?
No.
It's not giving us.
We can eliminate.
There, I think you can eliminate D because D is saying therefore. It's not saying. It's saying therefore, which means it's a conclusion, and then it's saying that I'm a Subway Cat. That they never got close to each other after that, and over time, they formed a sort of friendship. Does that make sense? If you put therefore, because that's a conclusion word.
And I agree with them.
Let's look at, we have yet and in some way. So in some way over time we formed a sort of friendship, or yet over time we formed some sort of friendship.
Yet can be eliminated.
Daniel, read this one and that plug it into that sentence. So in some way over time, read it to yourself.
Okay.
In the same way. Let me see. Google. You'll have two left. Who thinks they know the best answer?
Oh, yeah. Good.
Which one sounds best to add to the beginning? Best is the key word here. Best. Which one makes the most sense?
I'll just type it in the chat.
Give me your answer privately in a chat. Come on. Which one sounds best? Come on, I narrowed it down for y'all for 50-50. Which one sounds best? Come on. Let's go. I got Daniel. So let me read B again. Pay attention. In the same way, over time, we formed a sort of friendship. Yet, over time, we formed a sort of friendship. So yet is kind of like cause and effect. So Subway Cat and I never got very close to each other. Yet, over time, we formed a sort of friendship. It's like a cause and effect. What's happening? So if you're going to use in the same way, wouldn't you already have an example of how they created a friendship over time?
Yep.
Did it already give us an example of them creating a friendship before? Because in the same way, over time, we formed a sort of friendship. Did it list an example before how they created a friendship or what helped them create a friendship? before?
He just all it showed is that when he touched Subway Cat, she was like, "Oh, offended." She's like, "What did you just do?"
So that being said, what's the best answer choice? Come on. What's the best answer choice, Anela?
Hey,
A, yeah, A. We will finish the rest of this tomorrow. Y'all need to
I will see you at 12:25.
y'all have art. I will see you at 12:25.
12:25 a.m.
What? PM. See you at 12:25.